What's up, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy Coles Cowboys coming to you with a nice, good video. Man, the Dallas Cowboys, man. The Dallas Cowboys. What can I say? This offseason has been one very dreadful one, man. Very dreadful offseason. I be trying really, really hard to look for positive linings. They ain't giving me none. But yesterday news broke out. It's not really Cowboys news, but we like to include ourselves in situations like this. So Stephan Diggs had got traded from the Buffalo Bills and added to the Texans. The Houston Texans are the so-called, what they're saying right now, the best team in Texas, the better football team in Texas in April. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that I like what the Texans are doing, they're really establishing a good team out there. They started off, got their young quarterback, a new coach. They started adding on pieces. So they're a very good, building young team. They had fight when a couple of years ago when Lonnie Smith was the Lovie Smith was the head coach, and they had fight, but they just had older players, some players that just didn't want to be there, the whole gist of the team just wasn't there. They had Davis Mills as a quarterback. He played pretty solid, but they just didn't have it. Now they got, DeMeco Ryans out there, and he's done a great job last year as a young head coach, former player. Established a great coaching staff, and, got a really, really good young quarterback, out there. And, they've just been adding pieces and stuff, and they added Stephan Diggs out there. And Cowboys Nation was at an uproar. They was pissed, Me personally, I really wasn't upset because I didn't have expectations of us ever getting Stephan Diggs. It would have been nice. He would have been, playing on the same team as his brother. We all know that's something that they wanted, So that would have been good, to have. That would have been good to have for sure. But we know how the Cowboys roll. We just do, and with that being said, it is what it is, But what made Cowboy Nation very upset is this could have been a trade that we could have went on ahead and did. If I'm not mistaken, the Bills traded him, I think, for next year's second, round or something like that. I don't know. I really didn't look at the numbers, man. 'Cause it ain't none of my business. It ain't none of my business. But basically, the deal could have got done, and the Bills are paying $31 million towards his cap. So it wouldn't have hurt us. It could have been something we could have did. Cowboy Nation was upset with the front office, and the front office is doing an absolute horrible job. But I'm gonna give you the silver lining. I'm gonna try to add a little positivity, just a smidge. I'm not gonna sell y'all bullshit, but I'm gonna give y'all a smidge. We do this every year. In the off season, we see these teams building up, making these great moves, and it don't pan out in the season. It looks great on paper, but when it comes to being on the field and how things go, it don't go what you think it goes. Do y'all remember a couple of seasons ago when the whole AFC West was just building up, and we were saying that the AFC West was going to be the best division in football? We was like that they were very dangerous. We saw the Chargers. They were adding on pieces. They had Khalil Mack, and they were just adding up. And then we saw the Raiders getting Devontae Adams, adding up, getting some pieces. And then we saw the Broncos with Russell Wilson, and they were getting some pieces. We just thought that they was just going to be an absolute monster out there. And the whole division choked out. It didn't pan out the way they thought it was going to do. It was horrible. It was awful. We didn't it wasn't it. The Chiefs won the division, and they had the less pieces out there. They had Patrick Mahomes. It just wasn't that. And we was like, dang, man, we thought they were going to be something, and they wasn't. You never know how things pan out with these teams. I hate to say it. I know I got a lot of Eagles, but the Eagles, last year, they won the draft. They was amazing. They had got all these moves. They got Jordan Davis. They got Jalen Carter. They got Nolan Smith. They got the running back Swift. Like, they was on fire. Choked up a 10-1 lead in the conference and was one and done in the playoffs. Now I'm not saying that the Texans will be that. I like what the Texans have done. At least they trying to build around a young quarterback. I remember a quarterback in their second season, the front office took their weapons away and tried to do wide receiver by committee, having him work with some nobodies, a whole bunch of third wide receiver threes. So, I like what the Texans have done. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They supporting their young quarterback. And shout out to them. But all I'm saying, Cowboy Nation, is, it's good to see, I want good moves. I want moves moving around on my end too. But at the end of the day, don't crown a team in April. We do this every year. We crown a team in April. We got them as a Super Bowl pick because we like how they are. And that's it. So Stephan Diggs is just going to take them to the Super Bowl. That's all they need, right? Come on, man. Now, I like their moves, but at the end of the day, we still need to see more. We got to see them on that field. Let me give you a little positivity on the Cowboys, man. I hate to say this because I've been against it. I've been so negative, but I'm going to be positive. The Cowboys have great players on their team still. We lost a lot of depth. We lost a lot of depth players. But we still got our stars. That was these crazy drivers in Atlanta. But, yeah, we still got our stars. We still got Dak. We still got Micah. We still got CD. We still got Jake Ferguson. We could possibly get Zeke back. That will help because we missed his ass last year. We got players that's willing to step up. So all I'm just saying is, don't just say that we're going to be ass. I know I've been negative and I've been saying it myself. But if you just sit down and reflect, we got a team that can win, man. Our defense, we still got DeMarcus Lawrence, and we got the draft. Now, the Cowboys need to hit the draft. They do. They can't make these mistakes that they did last year. We still need to see what Mozzie Smith's going to do, even though I really don't have a lot of upside on him. I don't. I hope he can prove me wrong, but I just have to see it, man. I know you got to give, D lineman time. But I just wasn't all in on the pick as a first rounder. And I just wasn't sold on him. And from what I saw last year, no. But hopefully this year in the draft, we will hit. We will hit good on our draft picks. We still got the foundation, man. We got Diggs. We got Jordan Lewis. We got our guy Bland out there. We got the guys on defense. We got Eric Kendricks as linebacker. Hopefully Damone Clark will step up. Micah Parsons is out there. We got the players. We got good players. We want to get better, but The Cowboys' philosophy is to hit on the draft. A lot of our stars, most of the stars that I named, were draft picks. If we hit on this draft and I'm team trade back, we got a great possibility of still running this thing. So let's not don't listen to the outside noise. The outside noise is, they only gonna just get in your head, man. And they've been getting in my head too. Now, I'm going to stand 10 toes down and say, hey, I don't believe that the Joneses want to win. And I'm going to say right now that I don't see us making it far in the playoffs. And I only say that because the way how the front office moves. People want to go ahead and just say it's just Dak Prescott, but it takes a lot, man. It takes a lot. We looking at it right now. Y'all want to win a Super Bowl, but we got a front office that don't want to make moves. But yet, at the end of the day, they'll try to flip it on a quarterback that they really ain't sold on. That's been winning. They just mad because they got to pay him the bag. They really don't like him personally. Come on now. They never had these situations with Tony Romo. And Tony Romo would have never got us past the divisional round. We've seen a lot of situations where Tony Romo lost his playoffs games. He ain't get the same hate. But this ain't no Dak Prescott type of video. I'm just going out here and I'm saying, hey, shout out to the Texans. You know what I'm saying? They're doing a good thing out there in Houston. Hopefully, maybe the Cowboys will get some added pressure. And maybe they can be like, okay, you know what? Yeah, we need to step our game up. I doubt it. Because they looking at money. And they like, oh, we still the most fortunate, franchise and all that bullshit. That's all they care about. But, hey, we'll see how things unwrap. The draft is coming. The draft is coming in the end of this month. I'm ready for it. I want to see what moves we're going to make. I'm looking forward to seeing what moves that our opposing teams make. This is going to be very interesting. We also looking out for Dak Prescott's contract. I believe a deal will get done. A deal will get done because that's the only way that makes sense. The Cowboys are not going to hit that dead money. They're not going to make that hit. Nah. But, y'all be easy. Y'all have a wonderful day and go Cowboys.